Hi Louise, hey from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. I'm back. I had 2 days off. Because I was tired and I just needed a break. It was nice. So, welcome back everybody. I've got my half price reading sale going on this weekend on my tarot reading. So, I've got these 2 decks, the Muse Tarot and the Lightseers Tarot, and that's what I'm using. It's a full Celtic cross that I'm doing. They're just 75 Australian dollars this weekend. Let's get the cards out. Really enjoyed doing them for people. I did one for myself as well. It was a little bit disappointing because it just talked about my work and my money. I wasn't interested in that. Hey Donna, how are you? Good to be back. It's good to have some time off as well. Hey Belinda. So after making those videos sitting on the floor, I thought I'd do Psychic Cafe like this as well because it's more intimate, you know, getting amongst each other. Let's just... And the cat's here. She's having a wash. She's getting in on the action. Hey Leslie, how are you? So yeah, let's get some of these cards out then. Let's start with Sage first. So yeah, I actually enjoyed doing the videos and stuff, being here at the table with all my stuff around me, and I'm good sitting on the floor because my body's good. So this is what I'm doing now. How is everyone? So did you watch the daily read? Hey AP. I can see you. I've got my computer right in front of me now. Can I see you on... No, you're not on the iPad. Still. I went and picked some flowers this morning. I was up early this morning. So yeah, I'm going to be talking about shadow work today because that came up in the daily read. It's kind of rare that kind of thing comes up, but it's good when it does. Get some of the real stuff done, you know, the real helpful stuff done. Not that my other stuff isn't, but sometimes we can ignore all of that, you know. The shadow work, I mean. Let's get all of these cards in my bag. There's a delay on the camera. I don't know why it does that. Great topic, yeah. I like it. I am, shall I blow the candle out? You have a blackout? You had one. We have them all the time here. But one of the reasons that I live in this resort is that we've got a generator. I'm going to blow this out because it's... Oi, you can see, it's all melted. It melted and took all my crystals in with it when I was doing the videos the other day. Whew. It's a bit smoky in here now. So let's get some cards out. We'll start with the tarot because it's tarot weekend. So yeah, if anyone wants one of those tarot readings, the half price this weekend. Full Celtic cross. You get like, now that I've done them and I know how long they take, they are longer than my usual readings. And it's just a short paragraph for each. So with the Celtic cross, you've got what the reading is about, you've got what's crossing you, so what's hindering you, how things look on the face of it, but what's really behind that, what's in your past, what's in your future, another card about what the reading is about, your fears, your hopes, and the outcome. And so quite a lot in that. So if you just get the regular length one, it's just kind of a short paragraph for each. If you get the extended, so if you double it, then you'll get a really good reading. So just to let you know that. Yeah, like the quiet. It's nice, isn't it, when we get blackouts? It is. But here, it's not quiet because then they put the generator on and that's pretty noisy. It's like a big truck or a big boat. Starts up. So shadow work we've got today. So if you know what I'm talking about, do you know what I'm talking about with shadow work? When we judge something as being wrong, like there's nothing that's wrong and right. There's preferred and not preferred, and we can decide for ourselves what we'd like to do, what, and get better and stuff like that. So we can choose in ourselves what's wrong and right, what we do and don't want to do. But the universe doesn't do that. Look around. The universe doesn't judge. So it's not to say to not kind of, improve ourselves or stop things that are hurting others or stop things that are hurting ourselves. But when we judge stuff inside of ourselves as being wrong, that's not when we can release it. We can't actually release it until we've accepted something. And so, as an example, because I was a victim of violence when I was a kid. It's kind of like the dark side, but it's not really dark. You know how I've always said there's a positive and a negative expression of everything. And while you are judging a thing inside of yourself, where did those cards go? While you're judging a thing inside of yourself as negative, as unwanted, the negative expression comes out of it. We kind of hide it and hide it and hide it, and the negative expression comes out of it. So we see this, don't we, in those like really, really religious guys that are actually gay, but they're like evangelizing about, ridding people of gayness or something like that. That's what I'm talking about, right? That's what I'm talking about. Is it like Star Wars? Luke versus Vader. Luke's a bit of a wimp, isn't he? Luke's not very balanced. Although he's a warrior. It's interesting because I've been learning about the warrior, because that's me, right? So yeah, as I was saying, I was a victim of violence. It made me very triggered by violence, but also it made me judge my aggressive side too. So I didn't want to admit that I had that inside of me, and we all do. And when I didn't want to admit it, that's when, and I'd push it down and push it down and push it down, that's when it would come out sometimes in a negative expression. Ask my ex-boyfriends. They'll tell you. And it's only recently with my Muay Thai training that I actually embrace that aggressive side now. And now it doesn't come out in a negative expression, it comes out in a positive expression. So it's not really a dark side. That's the thing. It comes out as a dark side when we are pushing it down. Like the gay guys. Just like those gay guys, yeah? And so there could be something coming up today that reveals something that we've been judging in ourselves to show you that it's some shadow work that you need to do. And it can be really hard. It can be really hard to do it because of those triggers. So let's get a card out. Get some more information about all of this today. Try not to throw them underneath the table. Makes sense? Yeah. Yeah, the gay guys is a good one to show what's happening. Because pushing it down, it never, we've got to come to a place of love and acceptance first of it within ourselves, because there always is a positive expression of it. There's always a positive expression of it. Okay, that's the card that wanted to come out of this deck, the Lightseers deck. And it's the Seven of Pentacles. It's about growth. All those roots, the pentacles and the roots. I'm going to read this card out. I'm going to put it on the plant first. So the Seven of Pentacles. What's this got to do with it? Now, because the daily reads have been going on and on and on about pentacles, about abundance, it wouldn't surprise me if this is tied in today with that. at all. So 7 of Pentacles. A pause, states of gratitude, reflecting on your journey, waiting to harvest the fruits of your labour, a sign to keep going. The shadow is giving up too early, impatience, losing faith, not following through, frustration with rewards. You're almost there. You've been doing the work and your wildly successful roots are growing. You may not see the fruits of your labour yet. Know that they exist. And that any lack you're feeling is simply residual energy that's being worked through. Interesting. It's time to fall into faith and to pause and give thanks. Realize that you are the living, breathing result of all your memories, hopes and hard work. Keep going. This moment gives you a divine interlude to revisit your purpose and direction. Your arrival is possible only after you pinpoint the destination. Has your journey shifted so much that what you originally germinated is not the thing you desire to harvest? What needs to change to satisfy your deepest intentions? If you're feeling any frustration or lack of progress, remember that giant dreams are not built in a day. Take a moment to breathe and reflect as these profound sacred breaths can reinvigorate and align. Okay, so what I was picking up from that, it wasn't about abundance. It could be for some people, but what popped into my mind there is what you originally planted. Is it what you want to harvest? Because when I was talking about the aggression side, the aggressive side of me, which now comes out in a positive warrior way, and it's fun. It's actually the things that I'd wanted, relationships that I wanted in the past, tended to be wound mate relationships. That's what I wanted. I wanted somebody who was triggered. I wanted someone that was wounded. I wanted someone that was not at peace with their aggression. I didn't want anyone that was aggressive. I wanted someone that was wounded and wasn't aggressive, right? And now, very different. Now, what I want is very different than that. And so the seeds that I've planted in the past with regards to relationships is different now that I have embraced that shadow side. What was the shadow side of me? And it isn't the shadow side now. And that's what I was picking up for this. Is it the thing that you desire to harvest? Because it changes. When you embrace your shadow side, you change. You change. You become this healed person. And what you want is actually different. So that's interesting. So how that would pertain to abundance, I don't know. But often I change what I want with abundance. I mean, I don't want so much with abundance lately. That's why I was kind of disappointed when my tarot read was all about abundance and about my work. It's like, I'm just doing it. Like, I've got very little attachment to it all now. I'm just doing it. I'm just doing the work because I enjoy it and the abundance flows in, and I'm not. It's not like I'm pursuing it anymore, you know. Anyway, we've got the Queen of Voices coming out of the Muse deck here. Now we've got it. This is a bit darker, isn't it? The Queen of Voices. Queen of Swords, right? She is sometimes known in her shadow side as the bitch queen from hell. She's the one that is a bitch, you know, the one that wields a sword, and so that's her negative expression, this Queen of Swords. I'm glad this card came out. Queen of Voices. And the positive expression of her, especially as we see her in the other deck, is very empowered. And so she's, as I've been telling everybody, when I've got to this empowered state in myself, it's great because then you can be wide open to everybody, because you know you can trust yourself in the moment to wield your sword, but only when you need it. So you don't need to have any protection, you don't need to close yourself down, hide yourself away, you don't need to do psychic protections and stuff like that. You don't need to have these general locks all over you, protecting you, because you can trust yourself in the moment when somebody comes along. So that's the positive expression of it, right? So it's a very good example. The Queen of Voices here is a very good example. And it's a good example of the tarot as well, because sometimes this card will be the bitch card for some people, and sometimes this card will be that empowerment card as well. I mean, it's always going to be the empowerment card. She's always going to call you toward empowerment. But it's how you're expressing it, right? I'm going to read the Queen of Voices from this one, from this Muse deck. See what she's telling us. Wow, almost opened it at the right page. Queen of Voices, a truth speaker, an honest and astute leader, wisdom, the ability to cut through the bullshit, clear vision and clear communication, wit, intelligence, good advice, strategic thinking. The voice of feathers is the prompt. From the east, a wind picks up, and she feels the rustle in her hair, and her senses come alive. Her magic is a little more tangible than some of the other queens, and for her proof-seeking perception, she's grateful. She unfolds her wings of wisdom and knowledge and stretches, looking out over a domain. She's the Queen of Voices, and she speaks with an intensity so very direct that it cuts right through to the heart of the matter. Her words, like those of an ancient soothsayer, are clever and rife with profound insight. Let me just stop there. So right, and if you are in that shadow side of this negative expression of it, you're pushing it down, you're pushing the bitch side of you down, that truth speaker side of you down, that's when you come across as a people pleaser, trying to be nice to everyone, even the people that are horrible, saying love and light to people that are downright rude and stuff like that. It's messed up. People can't trust you when you're like that. And so that's how it can reveal itself. Her words, like those of an ancient soothsayer, are clever and rife with profound insight. And there, in the wake of a million fluttering clouds, she always seeks the path rooted in truth, integrity, honesty, and gentle knowing. She reminds you to be strategic and direct, to dispel clouded judgment, and to send tiny gusts of helping winds to those in need. Speak what is right with great compassion and honesty, and communicate your truth courageously. There is magic in truth. There is truth in my veins, where my blood speaks in sooth and my mind has no reins. And so it comes out as the bitch in women. It comes out as the bitch in men, let's face it. But it can come out as a bully as well. This one. Hey, Carolee. Haven't seen you for ages. Yeah, it can come out as the bully as well. So it can come out as overly nice, come out as overly bullying or overly bitchy. They're all negative expressions of it. And this is why the shadow work is so important. Let's get one of these. Oracle of Mystical Moments. So something could be revealed today within us about our dark side, something triggered within us, and just to get us to maybe question it. Am I pushing something down? Am I judging something in myself? Am I trying to pretend that I don't have something? You know, when you declare that you're not something and then the universe shows you that you are. Because we've got everything inside of us. And things don't have to be a problem. But things become a problem when we try and push them down, when we pretend that we don't have them. Spiritual bypassing. Be a sign of it, right? There we go. I've got Lullaby. Nice. Another dark card. Number 38, lullaby. Restoration, dreams, rhythms, lullaby. As dusk arrives, we notice a cello player about to play a lullaby. To welcome the sleep we need so dearly, the cycles of day and night, light and dark, orchestrate our natural sleep rhythms. We give so much during the day. Night is our time to recover. On his instrument we can see the moon and stars. They are the guardians of our dreams tonight. Rest with nature's lullaby blowing gently through the window. Tomorrow wake to the days of your life. Oh yeah, what I'm getting from this is that darkness and light, you know? Are we a different person in the evenings or in the night than we are in the daytime? When the sun goes down, I don't know. It could be that you get into something through dreams. It could be that there's an aspect of you that you're pushing down that's coming through in your dreams. And so you're living a part that is some part of you that's within you out in your dream state. But it could also be that some natural part of you is coming out in a negative or a positive way. Expression of it. In the evenings, when it's dark, more than it would do in the daytime. Reminds me of one of my trainers saying, it's okay to drink in the evening, but it's not okay to drink in the day. I understand what he means. But why is that? Why do we have this, some things are okay in the evening, but it's not okay in the day? It's interesting, isn't it? He was actually talking about it because he didn't want someone to work because they've been day drinking. But sometimes we can allow ourselves to be slightly different in the evening than we would allow ourselves to be in the daytime. I want to get one of these Wild Unknown archetype cards out, because that's got a lot of darkness in it. Okay. Has everyone watched their weekly read for this week, coming week? I'm so excited about Aries. Because I'm Taurus sun sign, Gemini rising. But I've got a lot of Aries. I've got Moon, Venus and Mercury in Aries. So I tend to resonate, I hardly ever resonate with Gemini, with the readings for Gemini, that is. But Taurus and Aries for sure. So Aries is really exciting this week, really exciting. And it kind of tied in with my personal tarot reading as well. Yeah, so if anyone wants a tarot reading, they're half price this weekend. Full Celtic Cross. You can take your pick if you want between the Light Seers deck and the Muse Tarot. If you have a particular preference, just let me know. Just email me or message me or something. Otherwise, I'll just pick one of them for you. So let's get one of these cards out. I only watched the group one. The group one's very different this week than the individual signs. It's kind of more challenging, the group one this week. The individual ones are more positive. We've got the Self card out. It's all within us. It's like a rainbow, isn't it, of everything within us coming out of our hearts. We've got everything inside of us. In the moment we try and pretend that we don't have some of these, we come out of balance. Yeah, so there's really something that wants to come out today, something that wants to be known, something within us that wants to be acknowledged that it's a part of us. I mean, it's, I wouldn't, I'll put that there. Oh, hiding behind the plant. I quite honestly wouldn't I wouldn't want to live without Muay Thai now, and if I could live my life over and do this all again, I would have started it as a child, for sure. For sure. It's so important to me now. You're out of balance, Scorpio. Right? Hey, Eva. So, what? I want to get one of these as well. Wisdom of the Oracle cards. And then I'll do readings for all you guys. See if we can get some darkness out. I don't get much darkness out of Colette Baron Reid. She even does that good tarot, doesn't she, to avoid it? Because, you know, she has a dark side, didn't she? Do you know Colette Baron Reid's story? Addictions and stuff? Was it alcoholism? Drug addiction? I can't remember. But, yeah, she got clean, and now she's done the good tarot, trying to take all of the shadow side out of it. Interesting. Right, we've got one. Deep knowing. So the extra card that came out today in the daily read was the niggle. It was about that niggling feeling that there's something not right, that there's something within us, there's something that we're not seeing. And I'm getting the same thing from this card too. There's a deep knowing about ourselves, that there's something about ourselves that we're not seeing and that is trying to come out. She was into everything when she was younger. I like her, I really do like her. But I don't think it's also altogether healthy to completely turn your back on these things, you know what I mean? Like that whole Alcoholics Anonymous thing, pretending that we are have no power over alcohol or no choice in ourselves. That's not healthy. To completely turn your back on something isn't healthy. A balance is healthy, because everything is within us, right? Anyway, there's some deep knowing. There's something that's wanting to come out in us today. There we go. Okay, let's do it. Let's get some cards for everybody. Who would like a mini reading? Don't forget to click like on this video as well. Did you all miss me in the last couple of days? I had such a lazy day yesterday. I didn't even get out of bed. I did have a couple of showers, but I was doing my tarot readings from bed. My body was so aching. The day before I went for a big 2-hour massage because my body was so sore. This arm is still a bit sore. I'm having a break from training. I'm just having some time. I've had some time to myself. Knowing that I could do the tarot readings from my bed and not wear myself out. But yeah, getting up early to do this was out of the question, and it just needed to lay in. Eva, what about your dark side? The dark side. Eva, yours is about relationships, romance and healing. Oh, with the camera down here, you can actually see the cards now. Balance between the shadow and light, for sure. So yeah, Eva. And healing. Sometimes healing, we can think, I need to fix this. I need to fix this thing that makes me want to do this dark side thing. I need to fix this dark side part of me, and that's not healing. As it came out in the daily read, healing is about acceptance, and it's about loving it. It's like with the abundance thing, I want to tie this into the abundance thing as well. Because It was, you know, my story about not paying my rent and when my rent was a month late. And I thought all the staff knew, and they were all judging me, and they're all hating on me, and I was hating on myself, and I was judging myself for it. And then when I eventually went to pay it a month late, I said, sorry, it's late. And she said, oh, is it late? She looked at the computer screen and she's like, oh, don't worry about it. And that's when it hit me, the relief of it. And then I thought, what have I been doing to myself for the last month? Been judging myself. I've been imagining that everyone's judging me. I've been terrorizing myself for a month. And it was at that point that I'll just let it go. And I thought, I'm not going to terrorize myself over money anymore. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. And that love and acceptance, that just admitting sometimes we're crap with money. Sometimes we're tired and we don't want to work for it. Sometimes, yeah, and when you just accept that, and then you know that it's okay too. Like, it's okay. It was okay with them. They were cool about it. It's like, oh, yeah, maybe they actually value me as a human being and they're not going to, like, chop my head off. Yeah, stop judging yourself. Eva, stop it. But yours has come up in relationships, right? And so something that you're turning your back on is something that you'd actually choose in somebody. It's like me now. I'm realizing they are, like the aggressive ones, the ones that have got that fire, they are the guys that I'm attracted to. And years ago, like if you were around me when I first transitioned this business online around 2010, 2012, around those years then, I was saying things like, sometimes it's you fear, you know, you're attracted to someone, but really it's fear. And I thought that's what it was. I thought I was attracted to the ones that were bad for me, the ones that were aggressive. But I wasn't. I was attracted to something that was right. But I would have only been attracting the ones that had it in a negative expression then. I did. I attracted the abusers. Wow. Massive aha. So when you're pushing down your shadow side, you attract the shadow side. Of course you do. Oh my God. So I'm a naturally aggressive person. I've got that fire in me. I've got a lot of Aries in me. And now it's coming out in a positive expression. Now I'm attracting the ones that have it in a positive expression, not the ones that have it in the negative expression. When I was pushing it down and ignoring it in myself, I was attracting the ones with the negative expression, the ones that were abusive, the bullies. There you go. Eva. Love Aries, man. Oh, me too. Yeah. Who's next? Wow, that's amazing. Because I feel it. I feel it. There's just no possibility of me being abused now. And the people that I'm attracting, they're not the aggressive ones. I mean, they are the aggressive ones, not the violent ones. That's what I mean. Who's next? Jennifer. Jennifer's dark side. Okay, Jennifer, you've got something coming back around again. So something that you've been alerted to before, but you haven't quite understood in yourself. The key to this is loving and accepting it in yourself. Accepting it in yourself before you can love it. You just got to accept that you've got something in yourself. So this is something that just has come up before for you. This is asking you to face it again. Maybe you didn't have the tools or the support required to face it last time it came up. This is saying that you do now. You have the tools and the resources available to you, and so refocus on it again. It's not pleasant work, the shadow stuff. It can be ugly. Facing stuff that's inside of us. But Jennifer, you're being asked to do that. A lot of information for you, Jennifer, there. Leslie. Wow. Leslie. Forgive self, forgive self. Very important message when you get two cards out that match like this. So, let's take it back to those gay guys that evangelize about trying to straighten out gay men. What's really behind that is their deep shame and guilt about themselves, isn't it? So that's very much a negative expression, very much a negative expression. So there's something you've pushed down so far, Jennifer. Leslie. What am I doing? Leslie. There's something you've pushed down so far, Leslie, that it's just shrouded in this shame and this guilt. So there's probably a belief in there too. There's probably a belief about it being wrong, and so you want to push it down. It's a big one. You got to forgive yourself first before you can even unlock it. You got to get through that shame and guilt first, before it will even reveal itself. Carolee. Oh my God, says Leslie. Hi, Linda Jane. Carolee's next. Carolee. Yeah, you won't know what it is until you get through that shame and guilt. That, like, your ego mind will close the doors on it completely. It wants to protect you. It's not safe. It's not safe if you've got all that shame and guilt now for you to even see it. And so taking it back to those gay guys again, they're a great example, aren't they? Well, people say to them, oh, they will have, they knew all along that they were gay, so why were they doing that? No, they won't have had it in their conscious awareness at all, because it was shrouded underneath all of that shame and that guilt about it. Sure, it's in there, but it won't have been conscious in them. And so it will only be when they get through that, when they forgive themselves, when they get through that shame and that guilt, that it might even be revealed to them. Carolee. Perfectionism. Right. So you've got the guilt thing as well, shrouding something, and perfectionism is a sign of it, right? Because when we're trying to perfect ourselves, it means that there's the shadow side that we're trying to overcome. Sometimes we're trying to heal something that we think is wrong with us, that's bad in us, instead of loving it and accepting it and letting the positive expression come through. And so it's coming out in perfectionism in you, Carolee. But the guilt is stopping you from seeing what it really is. So you've got some self-forgiveness to do as well of that guilt, releasing that guilt. I think a lot of this guilt and stuff comes from religious beliefs. What religions tell us to embrace our shadow side? It's one of the worst parts of Buddhism, as I'm experiencing it on a daily basis here. Not that I'm in Buddhism, but with all these Buddhists around me, is that ignoring of the shadow side. That's the thing that really trips them up the most. Crushes a lot of them here. Belinda. Belinda. Belinda, you've got soften and open and love. What I'm getting from this is, you know, how we were talking about that balance before, and how I was saying that sometimes the negative expression of it can come out as love and light, softness and openness, softness, people pleasing. It's part of who you are, but you're also the other things too. And I feel like you will really be, like this queen, you'll be really able to be really, truly, truly open to everybody when you've embraced that dark side. You're not far from it at all. But that's where yours is lurking, in that positive expression. You and a lot of, like spiritual people, a lot of spiritual people have that going on. And the people pleasing thing. Donna's dark side. Da da da. Donna! Your dark side, Scorpio, Donna, is the sex thing. It's come out in your readings too. What did your last reading say? Something about it's available to you. What you want is available to you. More than... Am I back? I should be back now. Wi-Fi went off. Let's see. Oh, you've got perfectionism before, Caroline. There we go. Tony, you got the sex card. I don't know if you heard all of that, but yeah. What is that? There's something in you. Something that's locking you in. Not seeing the possibilities. Something maybe that you're judging in yourself. What? Why is it disconnecting? Anyway, there you go. Something to let go of there. Donna. Jennifer, I did you already. Eva, that's how you feel on a daily, so exhausting. Judging yourself. Oh, what, for the money stuff? Eva? Scorpio 3 is up next. Scorpio 3. Yeah. The people-pleasing thing again, warmth. And is this thought useful? This is the love and light thing. It's false smiles. Oh. Chat disconnected. Damn it. I'm just going to have to use this now. Well, someone needs to be back in my life. Yeah, you see, I don't... That's what your reading said, that you can have that same thing elsewhere, but you're not believing it, Donna. Okay, Scorpio 3. This is like the people-pleasing thing. This is the love and light thing, that negative expression of fearing or being triggered by maybe aggression or negativity, or yeah, a lot of people have that, right? Triggered by negativity. I used to have that one. Triggered by negativity. You're getting triggered by something and it's making you think that you're open-hearted. But being really open-hearted is being this. Being able to deal with anybody as they are. So deal with aggressive people with aggression, or telling them no strongly with boundaries, you know. It's being ready to tap into any side of yourself when you need to. And so is this thought useful? It's saying that it's saying that you think that you've found a workaround that leaves you open-hearted, but you're not truly open-hearted until you can be that Queen of Swords, until you can have that energy of the very strong boundaries and standing up for yourself, and maybe the aggression or that very strong boundaries, the empowerment. Interesting. Scorpio 3. Right, who's next? So AP, if you're still on, I won't be able to see you at all because the chat isn't working on my computer anymore. It's disconnected it. I wonder if I can post something on there. Post my tarot reading half price sale. See if it comes back. I don't think it will. Right, who have we got next? Sandra. Sandra, hello. Sandra, Aries. Going deeper. Right, so your shadow side, Sandra, you've got to go deeper into that. To focus what's under that. So I think you're seeing something at a surface level and you're not realizing what's really behind that. And so you've got some kind of trigger stuff going on. It's causing you to turn away from something and ignore it instead of finding what's underneath that, going deeper. And so, yeah, Sandra, you've probably got something coming up for you at the moment, and you probably think that you know what it is. It would be very easy for you to disregard it, but your higher self wants you to look into it deeper, to focus on it when something comes up. It's like you've got a workaround. It's like you've got a reason or a justification for it. You know, something shows up and you're like, oh well, that's just this. That's just me being triggered by this, or something like that. Your higher self wants you to go deeper into it. Okay. Linda Jane is next. Crazy accurate. Cool. Linda Jane's next. How annoying when the chat won't work. Okay. Linda Jane. Drop your card. Okay, Linda Jane, this is about putting people first. So you've got I am love and fulfillment. This is telling me that you're not fulfilling yourself, that you think you find fulfillment from fulfilling others. What fulfills us is different for every person. Like, if you were living my life, you probably wouldn't feel fulfilled with that. There's not many people that could live my life and feel fulfilled. But it's perfect for me. And so we all have fulfillment in lots of different ways. But then we can listen to other people and they can say, well, you should find fulfillment through helping people, right? Something like that, some kind of a belief like that. And then we start questioning ourselves like, oh, I shouldn't find fulfillment through Muay Thai. I should find fulfillment through helping people. And we can tie ourselves up in knots like that. And so I am love. What you love fulfills you. It could be anything. It could be anything. And so you're judging something that you love that would fulfill you because someone else has told you that it shouldn't fulfill you, or that something else should fulfill you. So it's like you're creating a shadow in yourself because you're ignoring something that you really love. You know, the universe doesn't make any mistakes with us. It gives us, puts things inside of us, traits, personality traits, likes, dislikes, passions. Gives it us all for a reason. None of it is bad. Every part of it will have a positive expression to it. If it's been put inside of us, it's important to our life path as well. So if you seek that fulfillment and then in your own way, that's going to lead you to release that shadow side and that I'm picking up that you're actually creating. It's like it wouldn't be in you otherwise, but it's picking up someone else's belief. Sandra, is it hurt? I don't know what it is. What was yours? Oh yeah, something that you're explaining away. You've got an easy answer to it. Could be hurt. Anyone else want one? Oh, me, I want one. I got beautiful cards today. My personal cards I've got, oh, sunny day. Beautiful day. I've got Loyal Heart as well. It's a gorgeous card. I've got Mirror, Reflection and Innocent. It's just like the Loyal Heart. And be supportive and appreciate self too. I don't want to know about the dark side. I got Take the Risk and Be with Nature. Risk taking. Yeah, that's come out as a negative expression in me, for sure. For sure. Taking crazy risks. But I am a risk taker. I mean, you see how I live my life. I am a risk taker. I don't take those crazy risks anymore. I'm not that dangerous with myself. It was like a reckless abandon before, abandoning myself, when I was abandoning myself. Interesting. There must be more to that in me. The risk-taking stuff. The risk-taking part of me. Interesting. Okay, I think I did, everybody. It's almost an hour. Wow, that's gone fast. Thank you everyone for coming along. Don't forget, I've got that half-price reading sale going on this weekend. Tarot readings, a full Celtic cross spread. Love to do one for you if you're booking for one of those. I'd highly recommend doubling the length of it so I can do a full read for you. But either way, I'll pop a link for it here. Did it? Yes, it did. It posted before. There you go. There's the link for the half-price tarot readings. I'll take a photo of it as well and put it in. I know a couple of people I've booked in for that, and I'll be doing that right now. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. Good night. And probably see you tomorrow.